Okay.
Well, one of the things that you have to understand, as Cheryl was talking about certain lids and levels, for anyone who desires to see themselves in some level of leading people, leading an enterprise, seeing yourself move from small business to a global brand, or even for ourselves, seeing ourselves to move the couple motivators from one particular level to the next step and keep building on it and scaffolding and keep moving towards it, you have to keep learning. You have to keep experiencing. You have to keep doing things that may not necessarily are comfortable. And comfortability will help with your confidence. Why? Because if you can experience things that may not be exactly the way that it's not handed to you on a silver platter, it's not handed to you in a way where it's, you had everyone clean it up and now you're just ready to present it. No. Sometimes, like I said a couple of weeks ago, sometimes you got to get your hand dirty. Sometimes you got to come up and you end up with scars, and people look at stuff with scars. Even I can even look at myself today. Today I had an appointment to go somewhere, and I slipped on ice. But the thing that made me laugh when I slipped on the ice was,
Oh,
yeah, I fell, but it
did you
what
get
made
hurt?
no, but what made me laugh, and the people around me who saw me slip, and they saw what happened because now, at the time of this taping, things are starting to melt. We're starting to move towards springtime now, as we said, we are in March, and but anyway, to stay on point, they looked at me and they saw that I was confident in the fact that it wasn't that I was slipping because I didn't have any bearing of myself. I had enough confidence in myself and the ability to laugh to say, you know what? This is just part of the plan, part of the universe. I'm not sitting here getting all riled up and upset by it. I'm confident enough to say, okay, now what was I supposed to learn from this little passage of ice? Now, if you can take things like that and allow yourself to keep elevating your mind spiritually, emotionally, functionally, and even physically taking care of your temple, then you start to migrate to different levels. So the lids and the levels that Cheryl was alluding to, most leaders have to keep learning. That's part of your confidence level. If you stay stuck, and it's not about the KISS syndrome, where they say KISS is an acronym for keep it simple, stupid. But no, we don't, and it's not about stupid as in someone who's slow, but it's just you keep things to a point where it's manageable, that you can share it, and it's not, you're not trying to go over everyone's head. But if a leader who considers themselves to be leading is not actualizing themselves to continue to feed and manifest the thoughts, manifest the information that they can turn around and share, then that's somebody that you should not be following, because in order to lead, you have to be continually following someone. You may not, it may seem like we're not following someone, but believe you me, we're following in the footsteps of others. We're allowing ourselves to be mentored by certain things, and you have different mentors for different things. And we had different mentors in our past that were there for that season, who are part of our DNA structure now. But then you have to evolve and to move on and to move forward and to grow and to aspire and to inspire. And that's confidence. Confidence is allowing yourself to say, you know what? Other people may not see it, but I know what I'm doing. Other people may not understand it, and it's not for them to understand. That's confidence. Confidence is shaken when someone can come to you and say, you know what? A lot of people ain't doing stuff like that. Why are you doing that? And then all of a sudden that changes your whole alleged plan. Then you were never confident in your plan from the jump. That's why we talked about it in previous weeks. I know we'll probably go real in depth during the month, but there's no such thing as a plan A, plan B. You have a plan. There's going to be different stuff that's going on, and as you navigate those tributaries, that's your confidence, because things going to happen. I slipped on the ground. What does that mean? What was that supposed to stop my day? No. You dust yourself off, wash your hands, keep it moving. You continue to move on. You continue to navigate to where you need to go. You don't let that stop you. That doesn't become the stumbling block to say, oh, because of this happening, so I couldn't do this. No, 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 no. You stopped in yourself because you weren't confident in your ability or confident in what you were sharing. So as we are building up other leaders to work with us, we are continually learning here at the Couple Motivators. And one of the things that Cheryl has shared and said that things that are on the pipeline for the beginning of April, we're looking for like-minded individuals. You wouldn't be hearing us. You wouldn't be sharing. You wouldn't be interacting with us if there wasn't something in you that we can help spark. It's something in you that we can help grow you up in. And that's what the couple meetings are for. And yes, we are confident of. For me, to express myself, to feel happy about who I am and how I deliver myself, and how I'm sharing and how I'm interacting with my wife, and willing to put that out for the public. You better be confident, because if you're doing it from a standpoint of, oh my God, I don't know why that went out there. Look, there are days my wife will say, Greg, you were something tonight. And the first thing I was, that's going up. She look at me like, what do you mean? What do you mean you putting that up? Yeah, I'm putting that up. Because why? I'm confident and I understand the full vision of what we're doing. We're here to bring people to that maturation level. And see, as we bring these 10 different ways, we're also here to show how we're actualizing them as well. We can't share some if we're not implementing. And that's another level of confidence. If someone is telling you to do something that they can't do, or readily can do, or at least not aspiring themselves to learn to do, then you need to question what they're asking you. Because any true leader wants to know what's going on. They have the confidence to say, I may not master it, but at least I want to understand it. So if something goes wrong, at least I can address it. And that's a leader, and that builds off your confidence.
So, just wanted to recap about confidence. Confidence is something that you should be given to other people. People in leadership, people that are in leadership are watching you. So that means that you can teach someone confidence. And how you teach someone confidence is when you go through your storm. What is it that you're going to do through that storm? What is it? Are you really saying that you're especially, I'm talking to coaches, I'm talking to teachers, I'm talking to leaders, I'm talking to speakers, I'm talking to authors, I'm talking about anything that you wanted to do. I'm talking about, what are you saying to the people? Are you talking? You ever notice why people say, well, why are they following them? Because their confidence level is something that they have something inside of them that you're going to go into next. Is that they are non-negotiable. Don't stop. They keep going. Their confidence level is like to the roof that they can do it, and it doesn't matter who tells them no. They don't have a stop button. They don't have a pause button. And I remember when we're going to tell. I'm going to tell a short little story about when we started in business. When we started in business together, I took the reins with Greg was still working. You believe in the banking, or if you were working in the banking system,
just working,
and from a 9 to 5, and I was raising the children and started the daycare facility. And the thing is, some people didn't think I was going to do it. And when I had to leave that job, they were looking at me like, you're going to leave a great job with benefits,
security.
You have benefits, you have security, you have insurance, you have insurance, you have all this stuff to pigeonhole me into something that would have not blossomed into what it is today. So the confidence is that I sat at my desk, pregnant. I was 8-9 months pregnant. I worked at a library where I got all the information that I needed. I read during the time I was at the desk. I read, and I did my business plan sitting at the job. And they were all like, Cheryl, what are you doing? Because they didn't know I was going to put my resignation in. When I went on disability for my daughter, after disability was gone, I was not going to return. And I had a talk with my husband, and I knew that I was going to open up this daycare facility. And what it has turned in today is something that's amazing. We had not one but 2 facilities. And that's the thing is that you got to do, when somebody thinks you're crazy, when somebody thinks like, how is she going to go out and this, I was on my third child. How is she going to do this? How is she not going to not have have insurance? How is she not going to not have anything for her and her family? And my husband's job, I think he was on my health insurance. It was just because I was working for the city. So, working for the city, that was it. You could benefit with benefits, you could retire. That's it. That's it. So they were looking at me like I was crazy. Why would she leave the security? Because I had the confidence in myself to say, this is not me. I'm going to take that leap of faith. And this is sometimes where we bring in the spiritual principles. Now, sometimes you got to take that leap of faith and know that you know that this is something that you just got to do. And did it pay off? Absolutely. Are we gleaming from it today? Absolutely. But it's something that you got to know that you know that you know. The confidence, and people look at me today and say, I ran into a ex-co-worker, and it was like, Cheryl, how are you? I said, I am fabulous. We have 6 children, married, and we're doing well. And she said, you know what? I admire you for doing that. I admire you for going out, finding the confidence to do that, because I'm still at the library. And they're thinking about, phasing out our position where I used to go. And it's amazing. Because guess what? In my own business, I was afforded the opportunity to go back to school. Because in your own business, you make your own time. I went back to school, got my degree. I'm a marriage and family therapist. My husband was able to go back to get his degree. There's things that you can now carve out your own time to do what you got to do when you have the confidence to do it.